In early 2026, the long-standing protection surrounding Prince Andrew ended with an arrest in London. He is one of several high-profile figures now facing criminal charges or congressional subpoenas. The fallout reached the current White House, prompting First Lady Melania Trump to hold a press conference specifically to deny any knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's abuse. We're going to look at the specific documents that forced these denials. If you want to see how these networks are exposed, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next investigation. This legal activity followed a massive release of data. Under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, the U.S. government was forced to publish 3.5 million pages of evidence, a cache that was meant to be heavily redacted. These files go beyond the actions of one man. They provide a primary source map of how global figures interacted within a closed circle for decades. When the Department of Justice published the files, they were covered in black redaction boxes. The department stated these were necessary to protect victims, though thousands of these boxes obscured the names of Epstein's associates. But the department made a technical error. A 2021 digital format left the text layer intact. Public users quickly realized they could simply highlight the black boxes and paste the text into a new file. The withheld information was fully accessible. This technical oversight turned the government's own redaction process into an unintended tool for public investigation, making the blacked-out portions the most analyzed parts of the release. Internal logs show the DOJ worked under immense pressure. Attorney General Pam Bondi ordered hundreds of personnel onto 24-hour shifts to review 100,000 records on an extremely short deadline. FBI Director Kash Patel supervised the process, which critics claimed was focused more on controlling the public narrative than conducting a thorough investigation. The unredacted text revealed that agents were specifically told to flag any documents mentioning Donald Trump. This included shielding unverified FBI tips that the president had witnessed abuses, claims the White House continues to deny. While the names of powerful associates were flagged for protection, the DOJ's process failed to mask the identities of actual survivors, exposing the home addresses and names of dozens of victims. The resulting documents suggest a redaction strategy that prioritized political interests over the privacy of the people Epstein harmed. As researchers moved past the political names, the files mapped a broader network of billionaires, tech leaders, and academics who maintained ties with Epstein after his initial conviction. The unmasked emails included Noam Chomsky, who provided advice to Epstein on how to navigate negative media coverage. The tech sector was equally represented. Documents confirmed repeated meetings between Bill Gates and Epstein, which Gates later described as a mistake in judgment. The unredacted logs connect many names, ranging from former President Bill Clinton to Elon Musk's brother, Kimball Musk, showing the degree to which Epstein was integrated into elite social circles. Citizen researchers built Gmail, a searchable archive that allows the public to browse these millions of files through an interface that looks and functions like a standard email inbox. The availability of these records effectively ended the idea that Epstein operated alone, revealing instead a large circle of people who provided him with social and financial support. By the spring of 2026, data from these digital leaks began driving local and state-level criminal investigations. In New Mexico, state investigators cited revelations in the FBI files as the specific reason they launched a search of Epstein's Zorro Ranch. Congressional committees have also intensified their oversight, issuing subpoenas to force billionaires and former employees to explain their relationships with Epstein under oath. The files even provided new details on Epstein's death, revealing that prison staff used sheets and boxes to hide his body from the media, and that guards were searching the internet for information on Epstein just before he died. These unredacted files have provided a roadmap for investigators, allowing multiple agencies to pursue cases that had previously been closed. The Epstein Files Transparency Act represents a massive failure of government oversight, beginning with political interference and ending with a technical error that exposed victims' data. However, the release means that Epstein's list of associates is no longer a matter of speculation. It is now part of a searchable, public record. The black redaction boxes failed to completely hide the data, and that data is now distributed across thousands of independent servers. This wasn't a transparency win planned by the state. It was a leak caused by execution. But for the public, It provides the very first complete look at the deep architecture of Jeffrey Epstein's vast network.